Hello, welcome to the Wiki Review, Sean Serak. I am Sean the Kina Torres Sr. and of course I am joined along with,
and it's your boy Serak the Mike.
How you doing, man? Here we are.
This is so in case y'all watching or listening, or watching and listening, it's the first for us. So a lot of times when we're doing this show, we obviously do it in the studio. But today is a special occasion, kind of last minute. We're actually, what's the name of this place?
This is Davidoff of Geneva.
Davidoff of Geneva. So if you're in Tampa and you're in a cigar shop, it's a cigar shop in Tampa over by Nashville. Here in Tampa, you should know where it's at. Right across from Kona, they're having a special event. A lot of bourbon connoisseurs here. We have, people from all over, but one special person in particular, and you guys know me, you know me well. I'm a specific fan of, I root for us, even though, we're the best of things. And I also want to apologize for the audio systems outside. You may hear some in the background. Hopefully, we're coming through clear for everyone. But like I was saying, definitely a special event. We have Mr. Woodson.
Mr. Charles Woodson.
If you're a big fan of, I guess, football.
Football in here. Yeah, I was about to say. I mean,
it's like if Brady was a black dude.
I mean,
so, hopefully we can get him on shortly. If not, so be it. Whatever. We're having a great time here. I don't really smoke cigars, but my buddy Sean here does. So.
There's some good cigars here. Won't lie to you. There's some really good cigars going on in the place. I have not seen my personal favorite, which is the T52. But that doesn't mean I have not seen it. There's so many cigars here. It'd take you at least a day just to go through them all.
That's very true. So what's the, for those of us and the listeners out there, we're not really big smokers, whether that's tobacco.
Well, I quit smoking cigarettes. I haven't smoked a cigarette in 3 years.
So what's the big allure with cigars?
It's the calming effect. So let's take an actual Cuban. A Cuban cigar is unlike any other cigar you ever had.
Right.
Because a Cuban cigar and weed are very similar in the fact that the way they roll a Cuban cigar, the way their grasses are down there.
Okay.
It's very aerated. It's very nature oriented.
So when you say Cuban cigars, it has to come.
It has to come from actual Cuba.
So can you make a cigar better than a Cuban cigar?
No, I've not had one.
No?
I've not had one.
Is it the environment?
I think it has to do with the soil down in Cuba.
Really?
Quite honestly. Because like they say when it comes to cooking. So when I cook, and I like to cook sometimes. Right. When I cook, I like to use spring water from locally, and I cook because it is, compared to the tap water we get in our taps, it enhances the food. It's all about the quality of the ingredients you put in. Okay. So even the better water is a quality ingredient.
Okay. So, all right, fair enough. But, in here there's, maybe hundreds, 100 or 200 types of stuff. So what's the big difference? Like, you would think that
you're going to have your low grades.
It's good for everybody. There's different levels to this?
There's different levels to this. You can come in and buy your nice little $10, $15 Monte Cristo, which is a good cigar. Monte Cristo is a good cigar. It's nice, smooth. It's got a sweet flavor to it.
Well, you said it, man. You said like, you got money.
If you would have come out and spend $30, $40, a nice little Cohiba knockoff, you won't be disappointed.
So what, as far as price wise, we talking like, like you said, there's $10, $15 cigars, or $5 cigars, I'm sure. What have you seen, just in your opinion, the highest price cigar? What's a classic cigar?
So like my T52.
What's the cigar you gotta get?
My T52 costs $28.50 a cigar. That's just for one cigar, and that's for the small guy. Going the big guy, that's about $50.
So what do you mean, the small guy?
Small guy. So you have the snub. I call them snub noses, the little small ones. You got a little small, that big. And then you got your traditional cigars that are like this big, this long, and that's what they normally look for when you want to just relax with a good glass of a good drink, especially if you're in a bourbon place.
Right.
A good bourbon, nice cigar. That's
cigar and bourbon are like hand in hand.
Right,
they like cheeseburgers and French fries.
Oh yeah, can't have one.
So let me ask you this. Maybe this is just me thing.
Yep, probably is.
Yeah, you're right. It actually is. So my experience with cigar, I like cigar.
Yep.
I'm a fan. Certain brand, I forgot the name of it, but I'm more visual than actually reading what it says.
Liga Privada. That's the two people come to make my cigars. Liga Privada.
Right. But what I've noticed when I smoke cigars, I tend to produce a lot of saliva. You're
supposed to
have to spit.
No, You don't really have to spit, but
You're supposed to drink that shit?
The saliva in it is actually a mixture of the tobacco the cigar you've had in your mouth is actually a mixture of that leaf. And that's where some of the calming effect comes from. So you either spit it or swallow. A lot of people decide to swallow because
bitter, man. I'm a spitter. If I was, I was the other. I was gonna leave that to the imagination.
I'm just saying, your girl might have an issue with that.
I've been to a few shops and I always I order a cigar and then I'm like, hey, can I get an empty cup to do this well? I literally take 2 puffs, spit, 2 puffs, spit. And I'm a chain. I don't want to say chain smoker, but I can go through a cigar pretty damn fast.
That means you're not really a cigar smoker. Really? Cigars are really a long-term thing. It takes a minute to smoke a cigar.
So patient people smoke cigars.
Patient people.
Impatient procrastinators don't smoke cigars.
I'm a procrastinator too, so no, they smoke cigars too. It's different. Different.
Okay.
It's different.
I definitely understand that. So, yeah. So we're at. I keep forgetting the name of this thing.
We were at Davidoff of Geneva. Davidoff. I'm sorry.
David Davidoff.
Davidoff of Geneva. We're here at International Plaza.
Yeah. So,
International Plaza.
Like I said, if you're in Tampa and you're familiar with this place, which I'm sure most people are, be warned, you will not find any parking. I literally drove around for 15 minutes, and it wasn't just me. It was like, I don't know, maybe like a group of 15 other cars waiting for someone to come up so I can go in. And then I had a little incident over here where, like, I literally talked to the people coming in that were leaving. Because, you got to find a couple that's leaving.
Yep.
I rolled on like, hey, you guys leaving? And they're like, yeah, we parked back there. So I go around at the U-turn. As soon as I come around, guess what? Somebody else is already like claiming that spot.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Now what are you doing? That like I can't like. It's not their fault. They didn't know I was wrong.
It doesn't matter. You Debo it.
Yeah, but like, you think the couple I talked to should have like relayed my message to the car that was trying to park in their spot, saying, "Hey, this black guy said he was going to take our spot."
She or he, the couple, as you said, should have waited him off. She said, "Oh," and did the whole point and wave thing.
It was raining a little bit.
It doesn't matter. You do the point and the wave. Point and wave, you got it. Bye bye.
Well, put yourself like. Can you imagine like if you were like pulling into a parking spot and like a couple was about to get out and they looked at you and they pointed you and waved.
I'd be a little mad, but hey, it is what it is. It's parking lot wars. Like they had the late night talk show wars.
Yeah,
parking lot wars here international.
The crazy part is even all the handicap spots are there.
Oh yeah. I even looked for one. That's where I was going to park, and they were all full up.
Let me ask you this: like, if you're handicapped, how much angrier you are with all the handicap parking?
Pretty pissed.
If it wasn't handicapped person, you just go home after that. Like, well,
I think you start writing on all the cars. I think you start going, start keying all the cars. Like
you go in,
you ain't got a placard.
Listen, you illegally park, go inside, and like ask them like, hey, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like not what's wrong with you, but like, can you are you able to drive your car? Oh man, so we're at Davidoff
of Geneva. Here at International.
Geneva Cigar Lounge and Bar. Yes. Very classy place, by the way.
Our first actual in-person, on location, show.
Correct. So obviously, like I said earlier, you guys, you'll hear a lot of background noise. I mean, it's people. I mean, we're doing the best we can as far as like mic wise, but there's outside speakers playing music and there's people talking. There's fucking car alarms.
People are enjoying themselves.
People smoking loud ass cigars. So, bear with us. Definitely once we edit the audio version, you should be able to hear us better.
Yes.
But nevertheless, you're here to see a great show, and that's what we're going to provide for you. So,
so that being said, do you want to jump in a few of the topics we might have, or you want to go ahead and bring some of our guests in?
Let's
grab some of our guests. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna leave you with my illustrious co-host here, Serak. He's going to entertain you and fulfill you with some Serak music. Your head's gonna get big.
My head is already.
Your head's gonna get big.
All right.
So that's it. I'll be right back.
Squad. So would you like to introduce our
first guest? It'll
pick it up.
Right? Yep. It'll pick it right up.
Slide.
Yeah. I am back. We are now joined with Thomas, who is the general manager of Davidoff of Geneva. Thomas, what do we have going on here this evening?
Tonight we have a My Father cigar event. We have a Maker's Mark dipping event and the Maker's Mark Black River Society, which it's called the Maker's Mark stave program. So you take staves and you pick 10 different staves to make a recipe. And when they made their recipe, they submitted it to San Francisco, which is one of the biggest places that rate bourbons. And it's a blind taste.
Is that for any specific reason?
No, everybody just, they've been rating bourbons forever. So in a blind taste test, they want to go metal, which is pretty hard to do.
What are some of the individual flavor profiles that you see?
Well, theirs is got a little bit of spice. It's got the sweetness, caramel. It's got vanilla, and it lingers in the back of your mouth. So they had it tip in the front, the beginning of your mouth, middle, and then the back, and then that. They got a little bit of spice. They linger down the back.
So what's your actual favorite bourbon and why?
Probably Weller, wheated bourbon.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
Is it?
Yeah. So I like a lot of wheated bourbon. When they replace the corn in the mash bill with wheat, and it gives it a little sweeter profile in the.
Okay. So I'm not like a huge drinker or even smoker, but like I do have like a certain brand of cigar I like. I got the Hellcat. Is that a real thing? The Hellcat?
Hellcat? I don't know. It might be a Hellcat.
Yeah, that's how you know it's cheap. That's how you know I get like $10, $5 cigars. Hellcat, you never heard of it? So I was talking to Sean, like, what's the big allure of cigars? What's the difference between a cigar, a cigarette, and like a Black and Mild?
Black and Mild is flavored tobacco, which a lot of places abandon now because kids get their hands on. That's machine made, but it's a different type of Black and Mild is different than a premium cigar. Premium cigars are long for tobacco. Even flavored premium cigars are long filled. Kids don't come in here and say, I want an acid, I want a job. We don't usually have minors coming in here trying to smoke. So they're different. It's a premium. There's no additives added in regular tobacco, where cigarettes, there's additives put in cigarettes, but cigars, it's not. It's all natural process.
Is there nicotine in cigars?
Yeah, it's nicotine.
Okay, so
but it's all hand rolled. When you go to a factory, they tell you 500 hands.
Right.
500 hands actually touch that one cigar to get that cigar into the final process.
So so obviously, and if you guys are familiar, if we're in Tampa, I'm sure most of you guys are already, but we have a historic district, Bourbon, which is known for a lot of cigars and kind of I guess you could say.
Tampa is the cigar city.
Right.
That's what they call it, cigar city.
So the Cuban cigars that's promoted down in Ybor City, is that legitimate?
Well, Cuban tobacco used to before the embargo, all Cuban tobacco used to come into Tampa. They used to roll their cigars with a wrapper that was grown in Havana, Florida.
Oh, I didn't know it came here.
So a lot of people bought tobacco to make cigars with it.
Okay.
Because a lot of places were not growing tobacco, and then after the embargo, it forced people to go to Dominican. People always grow in Mexico. They always grew in Dominican too, but they grew more in Dominican Republic. They went to Nicaragua. They've always been growing in Honduras.
Is the tobacco just better? The more south you go?
It's different profiles. Nicaraguan tobacco is very similar to Cuban tobacco.
Okay.
But the quality control in DR, Honduras is better than Cuba because Cuba's all about mass production.
Do you have out of your shop here, is there a top 2 or 3 cigars that
I actually like my favorite cigar is Davidoff Smallback 6, which is limited run. They don't make it very much.
How much does that go?
32.
For one?
Yeah, and then my Davidoff Tampa that's made just for us, the #1 selling cigar, is $20.
Could you make a cigar like at home in your basement or something like that? No.
To do that.
Really?
It's really hard to do.
Really? It's so easy at Ybor City.
You got to ferment. Well, they don't. You got to fermentate tobacco. You got to hang it. And there's 3. Whenever you go to a tobacco factory, there's 3 places where first room and then the second room, the temperature they change the temperature in the third, and they take all the ammonia out of it. So it's like the third one, when you go in, it's like going into a chicken coop. You smell all the ammonia. So it's really hard to know. Yeah. So after it's done there, they put it on a peanut and you stack it all up and spray it down. And they keep on checking the temperature gauges in the pulp colognes, and they flip it to the other side, and then it's the aging process.
How long does this process take?
Some people,
I guess it depends on quality, right?
Some people use tobacco minimum 3 years, 5 years products.
That's crazy. How do
Padron and Davidoff, They age Fuentes. They age their tobacco a really, really long time.
Wow. How did you figure that out? Like the whole aging process, right? It had to be an accident. Nobody was just like, oh, if I just leave this here for 10 years, obviously it'll taste better. No, it's like, well, I found this 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know? It wasn't they just waited for it. They said, oh, wait.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
He's a big cigar guy too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because of the beer, right? I feel like the more cigars you smoke, the bigger your beer gets. So obviously you can tell I'm a rookie at smoking cigars. What's up, Charles? How you doing?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Good, man. Pretty good.
It's fine, it's fine.
All right. What you drinking on?
He's drinking on Old Granddad.
Oh, granddad.
Oh, Granddad.
And now joining us, we have Mr. Charles Woodson, former NFL player, former top college football player in Michigan.
The only NFL player. I mean, the only person to win
That's it.
defensive.
Only defensive player. Only defensive player.
I am the biggest Michigan fan. I'm the only one down here in Tampa. So I'm literally watching it. I got a small TV in the corner at the bar. I get like a little high bat. They don't even give me a real TV.
So hard fans down here.
Yeah. There's
You
like,
won it somewhere, right?
Michigan has a heavy presence in Florida.
Yeah. Not at Tampa.
I see him.
We got a largest alumni. We everywhere.
Oh, Brady's here though, right?
But that's all you need. You just need us two.
But Brady's here that says like, you know, he was on the team, he just happened to, you know, like, yeah, but it is cool. Charles, thanks for joining us. So like,
so what brought you here?
Man, really, I got some friends here, and not too long ago they had Marlon at their house playing the sax. So they called and said, "Hey, Marlon's gonna be over here at Davidoff playing the sax again." And so I told my wife, "Hey, this would be a good night to get out and have a good time." Hit Tommy up, of course. Hey, Tommy, man, we think about coming over. So hey, come on. And so we made a date night out of it.
Good.
so do you have a place in Tampa?
I live in Orlando.
In Orlando, okay. So
Yeah,
okay.
so I ain't far away.
No, that's not far.
So we've done events with him in his intercept line.
Yeah,
See, no, I was doing a little research. Well,
yeah.
quick research.
You gotta do it.
I know, right? Like, oh, goodness, hey Siri, what's Charles?
Yeah.
So like, you do have like a wine brand as well,
Yes.
right? So what do you prefer?
Intercept line.
So what do you prefer, the wine or
Or a good bourbon.
good bourbon?
So for me, it's like full evening affair.
Okay. So what do you start off with?
I
So
start with wine.
it's Saturday afternoon. I'm Charles Woodson. It's 6 o'clock. What am I doing?
Yeah, I start with wine, of course. You know, trying to is on the menu and what I'm doing, flowing. But by the time
You say everyone should, that you suggest to people.
yeah, my wine is to me it's all about Cabernet. Cabernet is king.
There you
So
go.
always say, hey man, you want to
Right.
drink the Intercept brand, you know, Cabernet, of course, is
I like that.
is a real deal. And our red blend is a monster as well.
Okay.
So I'll also tell people to drink that.
How
But
long have you
for
had
me,
it?
it's the progression of the night, of the evening.
Okay.
So I start out with wine, but as the evening grows, you know, you're done with dinner, then I move on to the spirits, and then that's when I get into the bourbon.
Yeah, so that's a plan. So wine, spirits, bourbon, and then when the cigar comes into play all day.
We coming.
They should just make a glass like we can put like the cigar on
It's
it.
gonna be a whole. It's gonna be a whole lifestyle. You know, Charles, wine, bourbon, cigar.
So launching the bourbon next.
So have you always been into this, or just like a side hobby type deal?
No, so the wine I've been into, man, for years, man. I started in the wine business when you know, I got the Napa the Oakland Raiders in 1998.
Right.
But their training camp was in Napa Valley, so
Right.
I started exploring into wine early on. Created my first label, which was 24 by Charles Woodson. And then, you know, just recently, year and a half, 2 years ago, I started interested in who we are now. But I've been into the wine game for a long time. Got bourbon just over a year ago.
Wow.
So how'd you meet this crazy guy right here?
Yeah, met Tommy here, and then you know, we went on a nice little boat ride over here not too long ago, and drank a lot of wine and smoked some cigars. And then we did an Intercept wine event over at Corona Cigars down in Orlando, Sand Lake Road, which went very well. I'll let him tell you that. Yeah, we sold a lot of wine. Yeah, so yeah, we've known each other, you know, a short amount of time, but it seems like it's been a long time, man. So he's a great guy to know, man. So,
That's good. This is my first time meeting him. They're actually neighbors.
Ken Hamlin does events with us too, for the former Cowboy from safety for the Cowboys. He's got a cigar called The Rival, so I try to do events with him.
Well, let me ask you this. We know that you guys are actually expanding this this brand. Yeah. Do you think you were gonna have an event that's a purely reserved type of event where it's just higher status people? You ever have those?
You know, we do events upstairs in the room where people buy tickets to it, like Louis events and all that. People buy the tickets, whoever buys it.
Okay.
Whoever buys the tickets. You can't shut a place down. So the left side of the store is cigars.
Yeah.
Wait, were we supposed to grab a ticket to get in here?
No.
I walked in, I was
He
like,
asked me that. Do you get a ticket? I'm like, no, we don't do tickets. We're just open to public. We never shut the place down. Some guys trying to shut the place down for the team. I'm like, no, you can't do that. I can't do that.
Listen, there are literally like this place and one other cigar lounge in the whole Tampa area, or at least quality. So, you know, I'm not a big drinker in general, and I'm not a huge smoker. Like cigars have kind of been like my happy medium. So, with that being said, like I don't smoke a lot of cigars. So, as someone who is new to the cigar game, like what do you guys recommend? Because I walk in there, it's like a candy shop. I don't
Guys
know
always tell you mild, smooth, creamy.
mild, smooth, creamy.
Probably over 80% of all cigars you sold are mild.
And I'm not inhaling, right? Because sometimes I like, you know, I actually
This ain't the weed, man.
I mean, like, it's just like a natural reaction sometimes. I forget. So
Sometimes cigarette smokers will inhale. Yeah. They smoke, and I'm like, don't inhale. It's really not good to inhale.
yeah,
It's just rolling it. You let your roll it, you blow it out your nose without inhaling it. You get the flavor through your whole palate.
So why don't you guys team up and create some, you know, type
How
of?
do you know we?
And you know
Well,
what?
that was actually my.
I mean, I'm not saying
So
you
you
got
said that cigars coming. So since maybe cigars coming, is there a top three out right now? Top three you have? Top three cigar that you have.
You know this. You know, I got introduced to the Davidoff 702 series.
No,
I say it sometimes takes 5 years to age, something like that.
no. What happened with 702 is the thing about 702. What I like about 702. Every time they put it on like an amazing limited edition cigar,
Right.
everybody buys it.
It's gone.
But the 702 line by itself, nobody bought it.
Oh
So
wow.
now they just continue, and they're going to just keep reintroducing it. And now that it's gone, like the Pure Oro, everybody will want it, and then they're like, why do we discontinue this? I guarantee it's going to happen. So, it happens. Trust me, it always happens with that one. What's the other one?
But the other one was one I just asked you for was just had it recently. And I always go to the studio. He was just breaking
What's
that down.
what's
Sure stuff.
Yeah, it's all about the flavor of it. The 702 to me is very very light body.
Are you tasting that flavor like with your mouth or through like your nose?
It's everything.
Yeah.
It's just like drinking bourbon or drinking wine. It's like you'll have a front palate, mid palate, you'll have the finish, and then it'll kind of move through your sensories, like through your nose and
But see
under your eyes.
that's what it gets right here. That's what I'm like.
That's what I'm saying. So all of these things they all have their own little taste profile, man. And so you kind of figure out, what you like, what you don't like from here. For me, I like the medium body cigar. Heavy cigars for me, I feel it the next day.
What do you mean?
So like, it's heavy. So the next day you like, damn, I smoked a cigar. You know what I'm saying? So the next day, I like to feel like, I smoke a cigar, but I don't want it to be so overwhelming that it's still tastes like, damn. So I like the medium body.
So like you mentioned that. So I smoke hookah sometimes, and that has that same type of effect. Well, if you smoke too late at night before you go to bed, whatever it may be.
Well, it depends on how much of the hookah you smoke.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm
if
also
you smoking all night, you gonna feel it.
I know, but I'm half East African, so like it's just like a cultural thing.
Yeah.
4 or 5 hours, all that stuff. So yeah, it's I like cigars and I do want to get into them, but I don't know, man. I smoke them too fast, and I was before you guys came. I was telling him like, watching people like I smoke through a.
That's what I was trying to.
What does that mean?
You make it burn.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets too hot and it gets
So
soft.
when I light it, it's like canoeing, and then I'm embarrassed. I don't want anybody to know canoeing, so then I gotta finish it. Maybe it makes it.
It's a puff.
It's a puff a minute. Relax, feel like you're with a woman that.
It's like anything, it's a trial by error.
Yeah, that's true.
You figure it out.
Smoke too fast,
You figure it out. And it might not be for you. And you just don't do it.
I'm glad you said that because like I feel like some people are just not made to be able to smoke.
Okay. I call him my little brother for a reason. He's a lot like me. He's gonna be a bourbon. Well, he drinks bourbon. He's gonna be a cigar smoker. It's just takes time.
I'm gonna say like you like.
It might not be the same.
Listen. Even as an athlete, like just what works for you and what doesn't work for you.
Right.
Like
Might be 10 years from now, you might.
That's
get
what I'm
into
saying.
it.
right. 2 years.
You don't know.
So with the wine, at any wine before and after a game, any cigars? Well, obviously cigars after the win, right? Like any like so when you were playing, obviously you had the wine thing going at the same time.
I drink
right?
wine all the time.
Did you ever get any like crap for that from the team? Like, yo, Charles, can you drinking a glass of wine after every game? Like,
No. And especially being in that region, Southern California, especially being having training camp, you were in wine country, so everybody drank wine. So it was never taboo out there.
Right.
For me, like after games, man, we would spend a lot of time in San Francisco after games, going to great restaurants. You drank wine, you ate great food, you ate great, steaks, chicken, or whatever it was. You drank wine with it. So always my routine, as a player. And I would drink wine, full glasses of night before games. I drink. That was my routine.
If you won a playoff game, what was your celebratory night? That you can care. If you guys won a playoff game, who's your celebratory night?
A wine, something to drink.
It would depend on where I was in my career.
rookie year, I was just like,
Yeah, if I was a young cat, then the night got a little
all right, you guys, let me know if you're right.
wild. You know what I mean? So it could be over
Right.
things.
Right.
But as you get older, I didn't drink in the same fashion as an older player as I did as a young player. So as an older player, I would go out, you have a glass of champagne or something like that, celebratory. Then you get into your wine, and then that would kind of be it. Even the young kids, you overindulge.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, so
You can handle it.
Yeah, if I was a young kid winning a championship, we was kicking. I mean, it didn't matter.
Still 3 minutes
What
left.
you were drinking, how much you drank.
Right.
But as you get older, you start to appreciate. It's like the bourbon. On the way up here, me and my wife, we had some bourbon in the car. Hey, tell me what you do. All right. I wasn't doing that at 22.
Nope.
No.
I didn't
You got a bottle, like, hey, here's a bottle. Like,
but it's different now.
Right.
It's like you take your time, you enjoy it, you study it, and it's a purpose. Well, mine, of
that's a
course,
good
was
question.
okay, what's your second pick?
Before your bourbon, I think you're Ruiz there.
Yeah, there you go.
I would say my go-to is probably just Woodson Reserve. Like love double. I was just down in Marble Island 2 weeks ago. First time I had old granddad, and so I was in old granddad in there. So again, I'm smelling it. I'm like, man, I get a little tangerine in there. So it's like each time you drink one of these, these brands,
Right.
you kind of get something different. That's like the beauty of it, right? So again, I contrasted to being a younger man and just drinking. I didn't care what any note was, any flavor, any nose or palate, anything. I just drink.
Right.
And then as you get older, you're like, okay, let me see.
Like evaluate it.
Because you'll get the flavor profile, you look online and say, this is the flavor profile. Let me see if that's what I smell.
Right.
And sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. To me, it needs to be very pronounced for me to get it because I don't think I have the greatest season. But if I'm at it for a while, then I can get my own little.
Do you think
flavor? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you think if you're new to the bourbon game, like it should be like a progression as far as like quality?
It's everything.
Oh yeah.
Okay, right, like you should just jump to the best.
Everything is progression because it ain't all about pricing.
Okay.
So
My
most of the
first
time-
time trying Jefferson's Jefferson's is really good. Really is it? But my first time trying it, I thought it was actually disgusting because I was young. I didn't know anything. Like all I done was just be. Sorry, drunk.
Yeah, I mean, but most people just know the big brands,
Exactly.
Well, it's an appreciation.
For the appreciation. So, but as I drunk, you probably don't have the bottle. My nose and everything was changed to the point where I could tell, oh, this got a hint, a nice hit of caramel. I can taste the oak in it, and my flavor, everything about it changed. Like this one, so give me a really nice
it's
bottle
crazy.
of
It's like
bourbon.
a whole nother science. Like, like until like you're
like you said, a connoisseur, maybe you own a brand or some wine or whiskey, whatever it may be, like you really don't know like what goes into it. Like most time casual drinkers read labels, oh, okay, this is this, aged this long. Nobody cares. But like when you actually have some good quality, whether it's whiskey or bourbon, like you said, you can smell the difference. Once you can smell something, that's completely different. Taste is important, but smells like that's everything. So Charles, we don't want to hold you guys. Yeah. We don't want anything you got going on in the future you want people to know about.
Well, just the Woodson bourbon whiskey.
Okay.
A year ago.
Okay.
We'll just talk about it. We're going to do something here with the whiskey. It's kind of the new thing. And then also, of course, man, what's very important to me was going on in my life, man. I made the Hall of Fame.
Congratulations.
So, I'll be in Canton August 5th through the 9th, getting inducted, man, with my Hall of Fame class, man. It's very special.
Yeah, we're gonna be watching.
Yeah.
We were up in all
His bourbon goes into his wine.
Yeah, so I told you I made wine previous to the Innocent brand, which was Charles Woodson, 24 by Charles Woodson, French oak barrels. So now my bourbon, we aged it, of course, in 100%, oak, new oak, to be 50% home for bourbon, right? But then we finish it in my French oak barrels. So that's the deal right now.
I want to try it. Last question. I got flag football season starts next week for me. We need one more. You down to play?
I ain't playing no flag. If you need one of my sons, man, they flag it up.
I'll take it.
Actually, I do have one final.
Yeah.
Now that Oakland is in Las Vegas, what's your feelings on that?
I think it was it's heartbreaking to have to leave Oakland, but also for them to be in Vegas, man, it's a whole new frontier. The opportunity to Oakland, Vegas, and the Raiders to really grow as a franchise and really to celebrate the history of the Raiders. There's so many opportunities for the Raiders in Vegas to really encompass everything that they've done. You know what I mean? So I'm enjoying that aspect. We're going out there to probably event next week, man. There's a lot of love out there. Vegas is gonna be strong, man. I can't wait to see people to get in the attendance. Appreciate y'all.
Hey,
Appreciate coming on the show. Thank you, sir.
I'll get one mic.
All right.
Thank you, buddy.
All
Appreciate it.
right,
I'll see you.
see you.
And that was Mr. Charles Woodson. I want to thank him for joining the show.
I didn't know he was such a connoisseur. Yeah.
He actually sends me texts because there's other stories I can tell you don't make it anymore. He liked the cigar together in the locker room. We bought it. It was our Davidoff of Tampa 2021.
Really?
The day after the Super Bowl, when they won, everybody said the cigar. It was sold out already. Everybody's been looking for that cigar, so send me a picture of him smoking one.
What is it's
a limited edition I made for here. So when you open the box, it had Raymond James picture inside of it.
Oh, wow.
It didn't say football. It doesn't say football on or nothing.
But we know.
You can put a picture of Tampa and everything. It's a Tampa 2021. They just happened to win. And he liked the cigar so much because he was here using the private room upstairs when we went on the yacht. And then we were at Top Golf. And then he got inducted.
Okay.
So
did he know he was getting inducted beforehand?
But he pretty much thought he was going to get in. I mean, how did he not get in?
We had karaoke.
We did have Donovan McNabb here in the Troy Holt.
Yeah. Yep. So a lot of NFL players they do they either a wine connoisseur, like I said, into cigars. It's no secret, but it's I don't know.
And I outdid myself tonight. I had too much.
Really? No,
That's what I was going to ask you. What's some of your? Because this is a huge event, by the way.
I mean, the problem I did tonight is I do multiple events, like liquor events and cigar events too. And then you got, I've had people, blacksmiths here, forging.
Oh, wow.
On the patio. I put them behind a little behind area there.
Don't worry, safe.
We've done some.
How often do you have the events here?
We just started doing events again since everything's been opened up. It's match free.
Yeah.
We used to try to do them once or twice a month. I do a lot of private room events with sell tickets. The Bucksy police, yeah, there's two of them in there. Two of the kids that drafted there. They just go there. Coaches are always in there too. But we do like Bourbon seminars all the time. We buy tickets for it, usually upstairs. Sometimes we do downstairs. Yeah, we have to buy room upstairs too.
How much does that cost right now?
We rent it for about $125 an hour. But when I do the events, I don't.
It's not bad.
This is it. Like, how long have you been GM here?
We've been almost 6 years. Before that, I was in Corner Cigars in London.
Okay, because I was here one other time, maybe 2 or 3 years back.
Yeah, I've been here 6 years.
Dude, this place is like I said, I'm not using cigars, but if I was, this would be like this in Woodson.
So next Thursday, I got a trailer out here, Maker's Mark trailer.
Okay.
For the donuts event I'm doing. So I did a donut event. It's called Maple Glazed Donut.
Really?
Yeah.
And
You
the
had
sugar cookie, don't you?
Sugar cookie, we already did it already.
Super cookie?
Sugar cookie. Yeah, they added
Damn,
sugar
can
cookie.
we,
And I do cannoli. He has a bottle of cannoli.
What?
Yeah,
There's
it's
no
so good.
blueberry in it, but this, what the one we did, it gave you a mocha and vanilla flavor. So
Jesus, man.
yeah,
He loves it, don't you?
yeah, it's this is not. You got these?
Oh, see, the 2021s.
No, these are 2000s. 702. You be done?
No, I think he's going back inside.
Amigo. All right. Hey, thanks for joining
Thank
us.
you.
Thank you.
No, thank you. All right.
All right.
Well, we are back.
Sit.
We're gonna go ahead and jump into what
the
Florida.
and then we'll get our bourbon on.
Yeah. We're gonna jump into what Florida. Jump in. We wanted to have time to do it, but maybe next time. You know, things happen. That's the way.
Cool, dude.
That's the way it works.
I think I can like more.
Yeah, you wish. You wish. All right. With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and jump in what Florida because we're not gonna do a show without what Florida. We're gonna give you something to laugh about. So with that being said, go ahead and set
All right.
my thing here. My
Yo,
illustrious
you never
co-host
got
Kid. No, we never did.
We never did. What's your name? Casey?
They are the bar slam.
Is it?
Slam. Yes.
Yeah. I was telling you we were doing things. Like a tongues.
Yeah. Bar is slam. The bar, actually, to be quite honest, for our viewers, this place is packed. The entire International Plaza, for the most part, is like died down, almost dead. Come here, right across the street from Texas State, Brazil, and Davidoff is slam packed crowded. You can't tell looking behind us. See, there's a few people out here. You go inside, it is shoulder to shoulder. My co-host was here earlier. He said it was bad. When I got eaten after that, it kept getting even worse.
Yeah.
So
And I got suckered into buying a t-shirt.
yeah,
I'm
you guys are
like,
inside the t-shirt.
I am. That's why I can't. That's why I shop online.
Yeah.
Because I am a sucker for like you don't even really have to try hard. Like I mean, if you're a salesperson out there, I am an easy ass sell, especially if it's something you don't have. Like that, I went inside and the guy was selling t-shirts. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
It's t-shirts.
T-shirt.
He's like, hey man, you want a t-shirt? I was like, nah. Like, I don't know. I didn't say no. I see. If I would have said no, boom, I'm good.
Yeah.
I did.
I don't know.
What's the about?
Now he's gonna grab and
Messed
push
up.
you up. He's gonna push up on
Yeah, I
you.
was like, how much are they? He's like $30. I was like,
Oh, that's even
damn.
expensive.
Who's not doing my girl?
You got a t-shirt at home. I've got a couple. I got one t-shirt at home. It's actually a beautiful shirt.
Yeah.
But I don't really want to wear it because I don't have anything to wear it to. It's a Christian shirt,
That's why I don't want to.
so I don't have any place to wear it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So I like it. I've never worn the shirt.
Yeah.
Bought it for 20 bucks.
And the sad part is, he tried to hit me with the 2 for $50. I'm like, bro, this is not Lululemon. Like, what are you doing?
Hey, he's got to get those bundle deals.
Anyway,
The bundle
it's a
deals.
cool shirt. I'm probably gonna throw it in my pile of skirts I fold and never wear. Yeah, I'm sure everybody else.
It's all good. Your girl has a new shirt. Let's
All
put it that
right.
way.
We doing what?
With that said, let's jump into what Florida. All right. Those who don't know, I'm going to read 3 stories. He's going to tell them if it happened in Middle Florida, South Florida, or Middle Florida, South Florida, North Florida. But a story can happen. All 3 stories can happen in one place or 2 different, or just 2 places. So just keep that in mind. With that being said, are you ready?
I am ready.
Let's play what the Florida. First story. Florida man in his underwear hits deputy in face with Bible, screams, "I condemn you," shits himself.
Wait, which one shoot himself? Did I do the
The
Bible?
guy who threw the Bible.
I guess he meant it. I feel like if you shit yourself doing something, you really want to do it.
And here's the story. 39-year-old Robert Hoskins was arrested for breaking into another guy's house to steal clothes. Okay. When officers arrived and confronted Hoskins, he was wearing only his underwear and ran at a deputy screaming, "I condemn you," before hitting him in the face with a Bible. After some struggle and getting himself tased, Hoskins was finally handcuffed. But wait, there's more. It was at that point that he decided to throw a Hail Mary, pooping himself, shitting himself, before trying to break free of the cuffs and run away.
Wow.
Florida man ended up admitting to the burglary, and body cam footage clearly showed the Bible assault. He was charged with battery of an officer, burglary, theft, property damage, and resisting arrest. He was then released on a $13,000 bond. Jesus.
All right.
That's story one. Second story. Florida man accidentally buys city water tower.
Actually, I read this one.
You read that story.
I don't know what it's at.
Oh, that's
But I
bad.
know what happened.
You know what happened. Here's the story. When business owner Bobby Reed approached the city council about purchasing a
So is that,
municipal
right?
building at the base of the small Florida city's top water tower, he didn't expect the water tower to come with him. Reed discovered the mistake after the property had been sold to him for $55,000. That's actually a pretty good deal. The certified person land for 55 grand? That's not bad. The certified personal trainer intended to turn the building, which various city departments use for storage, into a personal training studio named Downtown Athletics. But when he went to the county property appraiser's office to get an address for his new business, the county told him he received much more than the building, several thousand gallons more. According to Reed, yes, the water tower. I immediately went through the necessary steps to deed the water tower back to the city, Reed said in an email to NPR. The city's intention was to sell me a split section of the parcel with a small garage. The surprise boiled down to a mix-up of a legal description for the property. Mark Cutney, the city manager, says the building Reed wanted to buy was never split off from the parent property where the water tower was based, even though the city leaders were aware it was supposed to be. The city code allows properties to be split one time from the parent parcel. So I guess they split it the second time.
Even if it was an honest mistake.
Same.
At least we know how much water tower.
Yeah, I know, right? That's story two. Yeah, I'm gonna talk a little louder. That's okay. Florida man and woman arrested after breaking into a mayor's home and ramming police K9. Davidoff is spelled Davidoff.
They don't have an Instagram, but we live there.
An intercession, a city man and woman were arrested early Monday morning for among other crimes, ramming an officer, attempting to run over a K9 and his handler, and breaking into the city's Florida mayor's home. Matthew Sweat, 31, is being charged with armed burglary, 2 counts of battery on a law enforcement officer, use of a deadly weapon on a police K9, fleeing to elude, leaving the scene of a crash, criminal mischief, driving on a suspended license, resisting arrest without violence, driving an unregistered vehicle, and possession of buprenorphine. Yeah, he was trying to do it.
I'm gonna run through these pretty quick.
We're gonna run through them pretty quick. Yeah, we're gonna run out of here.
Give me a
First story, the guy who said, "I condemn you" by throwing the Bible at the sheriff.
I'm gonna say North Florida.
That happened in Ocala area. In the Ocala area, that'd be Central Florida. Central.
All right, second guy that bought the water.
That is Central Florida, happened in Brooksville.
Third guy, South Florida.
Third guy is also in Central Florida. It happened in Polk County, Florida.
He does it sometimes. It's Thursday.
Actually happened outside of Davenport, but yeah, Polk County.
Listen, it's Thursday. We about to go inside. Smoke cigars and Charles Woodson. Talk about things in the morning.
Well, with 1 out of 3, not a bad showing for yourself. Actually, no, it's 2 out of 3. It's not a bad showing for yourself. With that being said, you have anything else for our guests?
I am good. You guys, thank you for, I guess, being able to handle. Like I said, this was last minute. We didn't have everything we needed, but an opportunity not, so you kind of got to take it. So, thanks for being patient with us. The audio version will be edited and hopefully we'll get it now. But it's that, man. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoyed the interview. It was quick. It was thorough. And we will see you guys next week. Like, subscribe, tell your friends about it, your mom about it.
Yes, make sure you Go to our Facebook page. Go to our YouTube page. Give us all the information. Give us all the comments you want. Tell us we suck. Tell us we're great. We don't care. We just want to know what you think. With that being said, I don't have anything else. So this has been the Weekly View with Sean and Serak. I am Sean Notorious.
And it's your boy, Mike.
Thanks for listening.